So I'm here. I'm playing 2K with my brother. All of a sudden, I'm distracted. I can't even pay attention to shit no more because that's my life now, my friends. My life is I can't enjoy shit no more. I'm watching WrestleMania, one of the craziest WrestleManias of all time. But I'm over here thinking about World War III in Gaza. I'm thinking about the genocide of Palestine. That's the reality of my life. You guys know I went live and I missed a large part of UFC 300 on Saturday. I'm a big, long-time MMA fan. I've been an MMA fan since the Pride days, since the early 2000s. And I missed UFC 300 for you guys to cover the insanity that we are living through right now. So please leave a like and subscribe because we are witnessing the most disgusting people, Israelis, that is the perfect example of the failure of international law. What we're witnessing right now is a failure of international law to hold these terrorist animals responsible for their push for never-ending war and conflict and death and murder. They're literally a death cult. Remember how Iran, they launched their strikes, but they was very telegraphed. There was very telegraphed retaliations by Iran. It pretty much gave Israel and their allies plenty of time to respond. There was no intention to cause mass civilian harm, and there were no deaths. And this is a move that would telegraph about 12 days in advance to get Israel plenty of time to react. So Iran responds the way they're legally allowed to after Israel launched a strike and murdered people on Iranian soil, on an Iranian embassy in Syria. So after that, Iran responds, and like I said, and we talked about this with Scott Ritter, in a very calculated and measured way. And then after that, there was a ton of people who want to see Israel face accountability. That when they heard, like, Iran was like, all right, after we do this strike, we now consider this matter resolved. Do you guys remember when Iran said that? Iran said after those strikes that was highly telegraphed, that was designed to do as minimum damage possible, but just to send a message, they said we now consider this matter resolved, my friends. After Iran said they consider this matter resolved, essentially giving Israel a giant exit ramp when Iran had no reason to do that. Iran had no reason to give Biden, the United States, and the West the exit ramp and give Israelis way to save face, but they did regardless. Despite the fact that Iran did this, now Israel is now going full-fledged offensive. Now the scale of the damage we are still examining, and we're going to learn a lot during the course of this stream going through the live coverage here. There's a lot of reporting. You got Iran that's launched strikes on Iraq, Syria, and Iran. It's an insane offensive that will be remembered in history. This will be the moment where historians be like, all right, Iran had the retaliatory strike. This is where people can cool things down. And Israel went fucking batshit crazy and willing to plunge the world into global war. This is the moment. Yeah, they hit in Iraq and Syria. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're gonna go through everything right now. Here's some coverage from Hotspot showing the strikes. Big shout out to my friends at Hotspot. I'm gonna be following their Twitter account a lot today. Here's some more live updates. Explosion heard near Iranian city of Isfahan. Iranian news agency reports. Multiple explosions were heard near a military installation in Isfahan, according to reports from Iranian semi-official Fars News, where fighter jets are located in northwest part of the city. Iranian air defenses have been activated in several provinces, the news state agency reported Friday. I've been working on it, guys. I hear you guys not try my best when it comes to pronunciation. I try my best, my friends. I'm an uneducated Midwestern bumpkin that I think just have good political instincts. I think I just got good. I would say that I think I got good political instincts, But I'm not nothing special. I'm just an ordinary Midwestern boy. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Joe Biden here because you guys understand we are witnessing a bottom 5 presidency right now, right? We are witnessing historic levels of incompetence right now. Joe Biden is going to go down as a bottom 5 president. I made this list before October 7th, the way Biden failed. But Biden inability to handle this conflict, because remember, after Iran's very precise and telegraph attack, Biden said that, hey man, Israel, please take the win. The Biden administration was begging Israel, please take the win. There was a lot of reports that was the messaging behind the scenes. But not only that, I watch a lot of corporate media. You guys know that. Not only was the Biden administration pushing for that, they sent the memo to all their allies in the media to push that. If you watch More Than Joe, if you watch CNN and all the Biden media plants, they was all pushing the talking point that, oh my God, Israel won. Israel, this is a victory. Come on, please take the victory. They will bring on Israeli spokespeople, Zionists on, and they're like, hey man, you guys should take the win. And then they're like, no man, we got the right to respond. So despite Biden trying to do what he could, I don't think he's doing everything he could. He's trying to stop Israel from launching this global war, and he failed, my friends. This is gonna be considered, and you guys know I'm a fan, and I studied history before I was into politics. Biden's going to go down, especially like this is going to be catastrophic for the global working class. This war, it's on now, guys. You got Israel striking Iraq, Syria, Iran, and Iran after the first strike said, we gave you guys 12 fucking days. This time, and here's the quote, Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister Ali Bagheri said Iran will respond to new mistake by Israel in seconds, not days or hours. This time they will not have 12 days. So this is the messaging coming from Iran after their attack. They're like, bro, that attack on Saturday was bullshit. Like that was literally just a message that we can touch you, like Scott Ritter said. But if you guys continue this conflict, if you guys attack us back, especially on our soil, boy, it's not going to be a fucking 12-day notice. Now, we know Iran, and once again, we've got to be clear, we know Iran is known for their bluster. Iran is actually very calculating. They don't do rash decisions. So we don't know if their statements is true or not. I have to be clear with you guys. We don't know if that's a true statement. I am just telling you guys what they said. What they said is if Israel launches another attack, Iran will reply immediately. Iran will reply within the next day or so. So we will see if that will be true, because I'm not going to sit here and pretend everything that comes from Tehran comes to be. I'm literally like, this is a live reaction stream. I'm finding new receipts as we speak. But as I was saying, Biden's going to go down to the bottom 5 president. People are going to be embarrassed to be associated with this psychopathic administration that they failed in their proxy war. And once again, when I do this analysis, I'm not even necessarily doing this analysis as a leftist, as an anti-imperialist. I'm saying just matter of fact. Hell, even speaking for the empire, this analysis I'm about to say. He lost the proxy war in Ukraine, completely failed on that front, completely failed in Africa. The influence of Africa in the United States is at an all-time high, all-time low, I mean. The United States was kicked out of Niger, and now there are reports and there are complaints that Biden is abandoning and stranded United States military in Niger and using them as bait. The same way he used soldiers in Syria that was killed. He is turning United States soldiers into criminals by having them illegally occupy Niger and using them as bait. So if the Nigerian government or anyone affiliated with the Nigerian government if they attack the United States soldiers, they will have means to have full war with the Nigerian government that they always wanted. This is the war that France and ECOWAS wanted to start. So you have major failures in Africa. United States losing influence in Africa. You have the United States getting their ass beat in Ukraine. You have Joe Biden funding a genocide in Palestine, leading and helping Israel in a war that will lead to their defeat. Once again, this is not my analysis. This is not a leftist analysis. This is a default imperialist analysis in a lot of ways. Because in this analysis, I'm telling you guys, Biden led Israel to a loss. That's bad. Like, that is not, no matter what your politics are, Israel's about to take a loss because of Joe Biden. Europe completely about to lose influence. They're getting destroyed with energy prices. Biden lost a ton of influence because his war that he was waging against Russia. Like, there's never been an administration that I have seen that has taken L after L after L after L, like the Biden administration. You now have the rise of BRICS. You have record amount. You have these countries in the global south that are flexing their international muscle and shying away from the United States. Joe Biden is going to be a bottom 5 president of all time. It's interesting to watch it happen because everything that people said that Trump would do, Biden is doing. But people said Trump was going to lead us into global war, World War III. They said Trump would lead to a decline in United States influence. Everything they said will happen under Donald Trump had happened under Joe Biden to the nth degree, even worse than what they stated would happen under Trump. Even in their most insane Trump derangement mentality.